Good evening. Welcome to the Tuesday edition of the NCWLIFE Evening News. It's May 21st and Grant Olson remains on vacation. I'm Jefferson Robbins filling in. Here are a few of the stories we have coming up for you on tonight's newscast. Chelan County has settled a negligence lawsuit over the death of a jail inmate, agreeing to pay her survivors $2.5 million rather than take the case to trial. Weather-wise, it was a cool and calm Tuesday with overcast skies and temperatures that were just brushing the mid-60s. Those skies might yield some rain in the next 24 hours. Dan Kuntz will have your weather forecast coming up later on in the newscast. First, our top story tonight. Kristen Hosey will be the new administrator for the Chelan Douglas Health District. The board that oversees the two-county health district agency voted unanimously last night to name her to the post, replacing former administrator Luke Davies. Hosey comes to the job with strong experience in public health. She formerly served on the Board of Health and has been the interim administrator since Davies' departure in March, and she previously managed nurse training programs at Wenatchee Valley College. The Chelan Douglas Health District administers public health services such as WIC, restaurant inspection, water safety, and vaccinations. Well, a man was found dead this morning alongside a Wenatchee railroad line, and police are investigating. The unidentified male was found deceased near the BNSF tracks below the Riverwalk Crossing pedestrian bridge shortly after 8 a.m. His body was found in a makeshift camp facing the railway. Train traffic was briefly halted this morning for the investigation. Coroner Wayne Harris hasn't found the man's identity, and the cause of his death is still being looked into. The family of a Wenatchee woman who died in Chelan County jail custody will receive $2.5 million in a legal settlement with the county. Blair Austin Nelson was 42 when she died at the Chelan County Regional Justice Center, where she was booked after a DUI arrest in November 2021. She suffered complications from alcohol withdrawal and liver disease while in custody and was given a dose of Librium by jail nursing staff. Her family's lawsuit claimed the jail was negligent, saying Nelson received inadequate medical care and her cell was not checked for more than 4 hours before jail staff found her dead. A federal judge in Spokane turned down Chelan County's request to dismiss the case last month, and the parties reached the settlement through mediation on April 24th. Between redistricting and retirements, Central Washington voters can expect a lot of names on their ballots when they vote in the August primary. The Wenatchee Valley is now split between the 7th and 12th state legislative districts, where 14 candidates are competing for 5 seats, thanks to the departure of incumbents like Jacqueline Maycumber, Joel Kretz, and Brad Hawkins. Some familiar faces running for those spots include Keith Gaynor in the 12th, a state representative now gunning for Hawkins' old Senate seat, and former Chelan County Sheriff Brian Burnett, who'd like the House seat being left behind by Gaynor. In the 7th District, former Twisp Mayor Sue Ing Moody is one of 3 aiming for Maycumber's former spot in the House. You can find a full roundup of all the primary candidates in the running, including those seeking office at the county level, on our website. When we come back, a Wenatchee high school student is reaching for the stars this summer as part of a Washington residency to study aerospace. I'm Jefferson Robbins, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News. Stay with us.
Let Mary Maid's custom cleaning experts help you clean up your to-do list. Between work, kids, and pets, it's hard to find time to keep up. Let Mary Maids of Wenatchee help. Mary Maid's cleaning experts can help keep your home or business fresh, neat, and exactly how you'd clean it, if only you had the time. Call now for a free estimate, 509-663-1710. Serving Chelan and Douglas counties, Mary Maids, let us help.
Caught in a conflict? Family, workplace, neighbor, business, housing disputes? Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center provides mediation services, a cost-effective and efficient way to provide a written resolution to disputes and issues. Plus, we offer mediation training and community education on conflict resolution and communication skills. Contact us to learn more.
The Lake Chelan Chamber of Commerce presents The Magic of Manson.
Spring is here at the Chelan Ridge Winery. Check out the all-new deck area, enjoy an amazing view, new vintage wines, and that down-home hospitality Chelan Ridge is famous for.
Wine Girl Wines is already famous for wine, beer, and great entertainment. And now they have added craft cocktails to the list of food and drink, so pop on by our Manson location for some good old-fashioned fun.
At Local Myth Pizza, we believe in real food, freshly prepared with only premium ingredients. Our cheeses are imported from Italy. Our sauces, dressings, and even our sausages are made in-house fresh daily. Featuring Northwest craft beers and 30 Chelan Valley wines and ciders. Family fun and amazing food. Eat local, drink local, and be local at Local Myth Pizza.
Come see why Sunset Magazine says you can't beat Local Myth Pizza.
Welcome back to the NCWLIFE Evening News. A Wenatchee High School junior will participate in a competitive aerospace program this summer. Cole Wickel will join the Washington Aerospace Scholars, or WAS, after successfully completing an online course through the University of Washington. WAS is a distance learning and summer experience specifically designed for high school juniors interested in STEM pathways through the exploration of space and travel. The online course, which is a Phase 1 for the scholars, focused on NASA's space exploration program and topics of Earth and space science. Acceptance into the summer residency is based on performance in Phase 1, and students will hear from aerospace professionals, tour engineering facilities, and compete in hands-on engineering challenges. The United States flag is flying again atop George Seller Bridge after going missing earlier this month. A passerby initially reported the flag missing to the Washington Department of Transportation, and when WSDOT workers went to investigate, they found an osprey family nesting near the flagpole access point. WSDOT Communications Manager Lauren Loebsack said it was determined that a crew would be far away from the nest to replace the flag, and the work would not disturb the birds. The crew was warned they should come back down if the osprey swooped on them, but there was no issue, and the flag was replaced in less than an hour. Loebsack said the original flag was most likely stolen, as it appears one of the attachments was cut. Now, parking is often in short supply in the town of Leavenworth, but the tourist town hopes a parking lot revitalization can help change that. The city this week closed off its Glacier parking lot at the west end of town ahead of a $3 million upgrade to provide just over 100 spaces for visitors. The large gravel lot will undergo grading, paving, and striping, and parkers can expect a public restroom building and electric vehicle chargers to use while they stroll the Bavarian Village. Link Transit will also have an improved bus pullout at the site. There will still be a cost to park, and unfortunately, the finished lot probably won't be open for use until fall of this year. Construction is complete on Phase 2 of improvements to Wenatchee Heights Road. The rural road serves both residents and orchardists, and Chelan County Public Works has spent much of this spring upgrading the surface and making safety improvements along a 3/4-mile stretch. Traffic was rerouted during the project, but the county says everything is flowing now. The work was funded primarily by a $1.3 million grant from Washington's Rural Arterial Program. Now, coming up next, a new podcast series from Chelan County is offering an inside look at how the sheriff's office gets the job done every day. Plus, Dan Kuntz, you'll remember him from this morning, will have all the weather details coming up in your full local forecast, followed by sports with Eric Granstrom. Please stay with us.
Check out ClubProCashmere.com for upcoming events and tickets. Bienvenido al Centro de Resolución de Conflictos. Brindamos servicios a los condados de Grant y Adams, ayudando a empresas y personas a resolver problemas difíciles. Ofrecemos ayuda con conflictos de trabajo, problemas residenciales y asuntos familiares. Podemos capacitar a su personal en habilidades de prevención y resolución de conflictos. Llámenos al 509-237-3705 para obtener más información.
Family roles change with time. You may find yourself being an unpaid caregiver to a loved one. Caregiving can be rewarding, but also stressful. Taking care of yourself is vital. Aging and Adult Care of Central Washington has low or no-cost services for unpaid caregivers, such as in-home support, care supplies, and counseling. Connect in your local area by calling Aging and Adult Care at 800-572-4459 and mention you're interested in caregiver support.
Now there are even more reasons to meet at the Pybus Market. Outdoor dining and tastings, the fabulous Farmers Market, Saturday artisans on the concourse, and your favorites all week long. No matter the reason, it's always time to meet at the Pybus Market. Pybus Market, where community meets.
Welcome back to the NCWLIFE Evening News. Chelan County has added to its roster of podcasts exploring the ins and outs of local government. The newest is called A Badge and a Mic, and it offers insight on the Chelan County Sheriff's Office, available on the county's YouTube and Facebook pages. For the first entry, host Randy Rhodes interviews Sergeant Rob Huddleston, who heads up the Sheriff's Marine program and sees many calls for service during the summer, especially on Lake Chelan.
We have over 25 deputies that are Marine Patrol certified. We have one deputy that is a year-round Marine deputy. I supervise the program. We have 4 jet skis, PWCs, that we use for patrol. We have 3 boats that we use. They're stationed around the county. And our mission is to basically keep the waterways safe for boating traffic. We enforce state laws, local laws, federal laws, and partner with different agencies, obviously partner with Washington State Parks and Recreation, and just provide the general public a safe place to get out and recreate. When I first started as patrol deputy in '99, the Marine Patrol program, the main training that the state offered was offered here on Lake Chelan. And it was, a lot of our volunteers helped with that. A lot of our volunteers got the whole Marine Patrol program up and running statewide. There was not a state certified program anywhere other than here on Lake Chelan. I don't know when Washington State Parks got into the picture. It was around that time somewhere, but they ended up taking over the program. The first few classes that they offered were here on Lake Chelan, and then it subsequently moved around the state, and it's pretty much settled down in Tri-Cities as far as the law enforcement Marine program. And it's administered by Washington State Parks and Recreation. But, like I said, a lot of our volunteers, some of our deputies from years ago, I know Brian Harris, Sergeant Harris was very instrumental in getting that going. Some volunteers that helped out with that, Steve Byquist. I'm sure you probably know, Mr. Byquist pretty well.
Yep.
He was in the program for years, got it going, and when I sit down with those guys and talk about the old days, I just love listening to those stories that they have of, there was no curriculum. They came up with the curriculum, and a lot of that curriculum is still being used, on our new deputies going to get trained now. So, it's a lot of history in Chelan County.
Time to do your weather forecast. One more day of me filling in for Grant Olson. Good news, we passed the hat. He's going to be able to post bail. Grant will be back tomorrow. to handle the weather forecast. Quick look at our Billy Goat camera high above the Alta Lake State Park and the golf course. Little cool, little damp up there, little cool, little damp everywhere in the north central Washington area, and that's going to continue for a while, especially, and I want to mention this for you folks out in the Columbia Basin. Take a look at the slide here. This is for Wednesday, specifically Moses Lake, Ephrata, Quincy. You're going to get a little bit more rain in the Wenatchee Valley, going to be a little bit cooler perhaps in the Wenatchee Valley. Better chance of rain and a little on the windy side. So the Columbia Basin, their weather on Wednesday especially is going to be slightly different than us here in the Wenatchee Valley, but there's a pretty good chance of some widespread rain all over the viewing area. 66 our unofficial high today, obviously cooler than normal. Normally we're at 73, but wait till you see tomorrow's high. That 66 is going to feel downright balmy, but I'm digging these longer days. 1 month from today is the first day of summer, so this is a reminder it's still spring, and the weather is going to look that way as well as we get into tomorrow's highs, which, as you can see, pretty darn cool for this time of the year. Moses Lake is only going to be to 60 degrees. Again, Moses Lake's going to get a little bit more rain in the Wenatchee Valley. Ephrata, a little bit more rain in the Wenatchee Valley. Look at Ellensburg, 55. That's all they're going to get to, almost 20 degrees below normal down in Ellensburg. Everybody is going to be below normal because we're going to have a low deck of clouds and some light rain for most of the day on Wednesday, but we will see some sun breaks as well. So what's going on out there? There's the baby that's coming on in, giving us some light rain, certainly cloudy conditions. It's not a powerful low pressure system, but what it is doing is packing some moisture with it. That's why we're getting the intermittent light showers, especially in the upper elevations. That's going to continue on Wednesday. There is a chance of rain on Wednesday, about a 50% chance of rain, but we're also going to see a few sun breaks, but we're only going to get to 60 tomorrow for the Wenatchee Valley. Other places that you just saw, even cooler than that. 46 for the overnight low Wednesday. Thursday looks pretty good. We bounce right back up to a high of about 71 degrees with gobs of gooey good sunshine. And then there's another system, not particularly powerful, but it's out there. It's going to come pay us a visit Thursday night into Friday. As we transition into Friday, as you can say, we're going to cool down just a little bit. Now we're going to have bountiful sunshine, very little rain, very little wind, but cooler than normal temperatures, only 68 degrees for our forecast high on Friday as we get our Memorial Day weekend underway. In fact, the ironic part is the very best day of the 3-day Memorial Day weekend is Memorial Day itself, when everybody's usually in their car driving back from camping. Maybe some upper level showers if you're going to be camping in the higher elevations on Saturday. You may get wet. A little breezy on Saturday too. Sunday, looking pretty good. Sunshine, high of 72. We'll take it. And again, the best looking day of this upcoming 3-day holiday weekend for almost everybody is going to be on Monday with sunshine for everybody. And we'll be bumping up to close to 80 degrees by Memorial Day. Certainly Omak, you'll be in the 80-degree mark and possibly out in the Columbia Basin. And this warm and sunny forecast looks like it's going to hold true into Tuesday or Wednesday of next week. The computer ensembles aren't quite in agreement yet. We'll know more tomorrow. So 66 today, 45 tonight. Tomorrow, the real cool one. Bottom drops out, a high of only 60 with some sun breaks, but some rain as well. We have a nice day Thursday. Another weak system comes in Friday to lower us down a couple of degrees temperature-wise. Not a bad weekend. Temperatures slightly below normal Saturday, Sunday, and then a beautiful Memorial Day. That's your forecast. Still to come, sports with our very own Eric Granstrom. You're watching a Tuesday edition of the NCWLIFE Evening News.
Happy Tuesday. Seattle staged an epic comeback with 4 runs in the 9th inning to beat the Yankees at Yankee Stadium last night, 5-4. Seattle fell behind early and didn't score until the 8th inning on Dom Canzone's solo home run. You could say the rally began in the 7th when the Mariners' defense and pitching came through to keep the Yankees off the board.
Runner goes, good break, pitch inside, Cal's throw. Not in time. Stolen base for Volpe, his 10th, only been caught once.
I think I take a look at it. A quick tag by Dillon. Tags him before that hand gets in there.
Yeah. Andy Bissell on the case.
After review, the call on the field is overturned. The runner is out. Seattle will retain their challenge.
Oh, get over it, Tal. Come on. Big spot. Edward. The 2-1. Arias, a third double play. Hey now, get out of trouble.
Bizzardo gets the M's out of a jam and he keeps it close. The score, Yankees 3 and the Mariners nothing.
End zone gives a good ride. Going back is Judge on the track, looking up. It's gone. How about that? Dom Canzone in his first game at Yankee Stadium. He goes large, and he's on the board with a home run. That's his 4th of the season. It's the first run of the night for the Mariners. Chopper up the middle. Really can run. Ball gets away. Julio's going to score. It's in the dugout. Everybody up a base. Keeping hope alive. It's a 4-2 ball game. Annie, slicing drive, sinking drive. Nobody's going to get it. And the Mariners are clawing their way right back in this game. It's 4-3 Yankees in the 9th. Mitch Haniger with a big RBI. There it is. High fly ball, right field. Soto deep. Tagging at third as Raleigh, and he's going to score. We got a tie ball game. Dominic Canzone with another RBI tonight. The Mariners have battled their way back to tie it here at Yankee Stadium. A brand new ball game. Ty France with a chance for the lead. There you go, base hit. Mariners have the lead. It's 5-4 Seattle. Ty France going the other way. Ty France, as we say, doing Ty France things. That's a hey now. 5-4 Mariners. Mariners by a run here in the Bronx. The pitch from Mooney. Ground ball. Demo, that's the ball game. The Mariners rally to beat the Yankees in the stadium. They beat them 5-4 and snapped the 7-game win streak by the Yankees.
Canzone and Luke Raley joined Root Sports Northwest to talk about Seattle's comeback win.
First game at Yankee Stadium. It's a memorable one for you, big fella.
Yeah, that felt good.
Did you think you had it all?
Yeah, definitely on the first one. Second one just got a little underneath it. Was just a little upset at myself, but got the job done. So that was an unreal win. So just happy to be a part of it. Sacrifice, I mean, it made me look a little dumb on the slider, so I figured to go right back to it. Hung it a little bit and just got a little off the end.
Hey, what's this say about your ball club?
It's just awesome how the pitching just keeps us in it. I mean, we had one hit through 5-6 innings, so the pitching just kept us in it and then just battle until the end. I mean, that's just us.
We never give in, and obviously Holmes has been throwing the ball really well, and we were able to kind of dink him and dunk him for a couple runs. So always good wins to be able to do that against a guy like that. You kind of have to be willing to pass the baton. It's one of those things like his stuff's good. He doesn't give up a ton of slug, and just to be able to put good at bats and swing at the right pitches and be able to get the job done is really nice. Two good ball teams that, obviously we see kind of where we stand. We can go out and beat these guys, and just, good confidence, and, coming in here, it's a tough place to play, and just being able to walk away with the, the opening game of the series is great. Hopefully we can build off of it.
Luke Raley has hit .500 over his past 7 games to lift his batting average to .311. Shortstop J.P. Crawford appeared as a pinch hitter late last night and is expected back in the lineup for the first time in a month after injuring an oblique muscle. That game on right now on Root Sports Northwest. Seattle's lead in the American League West is now 2 full games over Idle, Texas. Houston lost for only the 2nd time in their last 9 games with a 9-7 loss to the Angels. Astros dropped back to 5 games behind Seattle in the division. division. The Angels are 7 games back, a half game in front of Oakland for last place. Well, today is the first of 2 days of the WIAA State Golf Tournament in Washington. The 4A Boys Tournament is being held at Indian Canyon Golf Course in Spokane. We'll be tracking Eastmont's Andrew Hobson, Cal Anderson, Lucas Bapt, Noah Whittle, and Landon Hackenmiller. We'll also be following Moses Lake's Mason Bradford, Isaiah Patino, Quentin Whittle, and Grady Walker and Christian Mathis. The 4A Girls Tournament is being played at the Creek at Qualshan, also in Spokane. Eastmont has a strong contingent, including Lily Weigel, Kendall Reeser, Chloe Roberts, Miley Haug, and Savannah Phillips. Moses Lake is being represented by Jada Redford and Addie Neiswanger. Wenatchee has 2 golfers playing in Eva Philippi and Jace Mowbray. Well, the best of the state 2A schools are playing in Liberty Lake at Liberty Lake and Meadowood Golf Course. Ephrata's has Tristan McNeil and Caden Weber playing on the boys tournament, while Jamie Dwight, Allie Hellas, and Stella Bailey are playing in the girls tournament. Riverside Golf Club in Chehalis is the site for the state 1A boys and girls tournament. We'll be watching Chelan's Carson Clinton, Omac's Josiah Sloan, also Blake Sam and Grizz Moore, and Quincy's Bowden Highfield. Omac's girls team includes Holly Richter, Callie Christoph, Delaney McNeil, and Kinsey Christoph. We'll also be watching 9 golfers from North Central Washington at the state 1B, 2B tournament. That's at Tumwater Valley Municipal Golf Club. Boys golfing include Manson's Wyatt Winters, Okanagan's Nathan Bediger, and Zandon Friel, Oroville's William Moreau, Lake Roosevelt's Tarek Bush, and Elmira Cooley Heartline's Jack Molitor. On the girls' side, we'll be following ACH's Naomi Molitor, Manson's Allison Bowden, and Okanagan's Sky Hopkins. Best of luck. It is state time. We've got softball starting later this week. Baseball tournament continues. Track and field also coming up this weekend. So a busy time for the preps to wrap up the 2023-24 seasons. I'm Eric Granster. That's Sports News. Have a happy Tuesday.
Hi, everybody. Dan Coons, host of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. On tomorrow's edition, Wednesday, we'll check in once again with Ed Nags via Zoom. I think by tomorrow, when we check in with Ed and his opening day run, we've been following this since May 1st, he may be in Oregon. He was in Washougal. This morning, we'll check in with Ed Nags via Zoom, and Winning Wednesday returns tomorrow. We'll be giving away a $50 gift card to Red Lobster tomorrow. I'm looking forward to that. So tune. I'm being told in my earpiece that not only do we not have a Red Lobster here in the valley, but they filed for bankruptcy. We will have something though for you on Winning Wednesday. See you tomorrow.
And that will do it for our newscast tonight. For more news from around North Central Washington, you can find us at ncwlife.com, on our social media channels, or on our mobile app for iPhone and Android. And remember, if you see news happening, we would like to hear from you. Please email us news@ncwlife.com or call 888-6295. That's 888-NCWL. I'm Jefferson Robbins. Grant Olson will be back here tomorrow night for the NCW Life Evening News at 5, 6, and 10 p.m. Have a good evening.